In the world of reality TV, it's no secret that drama is never far away, and when personalities clash, they often spill their personal beefs onto social media, making the drama impossible to ignore. But when a feud goes beyond petty back and forths and reveals behind-the-scenes manipulations and shady dealings, it turns into something much bigger. Marques Burnette recently made waves by calling out Trish and Marsau on social media, and trust me, it didn't take long for people to pick sides, with the drama intensifying by the minute. So, what led to Marques going off on Trish and Marsau? Well, it wasn't just a single comment or social media post that set him off. This beef had been brewing for a while. Trish and Marsau had been throwing jabs at Marques for some time, but recently, their shots became more direct. The situation reached its peak when they began questioning Marques' credibility and implying that he wasn't as influential in his business dealings as he claimed to be. Now, for anyone who knows Marques, that's a low blow. This is a man who's worked hard to build his name, and the last thing you want to do is undermine his hard work. To make matters worse, it wasn't just about questioning his business success. There were whispers that Marsau had been spreading rumors about Marques, suggesting he wasn't as loyal as he claimed to be. Though the full details of these rumors aren't entirely confirmed, it's clear that something set Marques off. And when he saw cryptic posts on social media that seemed aimed at him, that was the last straw. Marques didn't just sit back and let things slide, he went straight to social media and aired out everything, calling both Trish and Marsau by name. What followed was an explosive rant. Marques wasn't subtle about his feelings. He made it crystal clear that he wasn't going to let Trish and Marsau discredit him without responding. In his post, Marques stated that his reputation and work speak for themselves. He didn't hold back when accusing Marsau of being two-faced. According to Marques, Marsau would act like he was friendly to people's faces, but behind their backs, he was spreading negativity and trying to turn mutual friends and associates against him. This wasn't just a case of friendly competition or professional rivalry. Marques was calling out what he saw as a manipulative attempt to ruin his reputation. As for Trish, Marques didn't go easy on her either. He called her out for always playing the victim while, in his opinion, she was often the one stirring the pot. Marques even went so far as to suggest that she and Marsau were working together to create drama just to grab attention. Now, we've seen reality TV stars stir the pot before for the sake of drama, but Marques made it clear that he wasn't having it. He was tired of the constant back and forth and decided to expose what he considered the real reason behind it all. But just when everyone thought Marques had revealed everything, he dropped a bombshell that took the drama to a whole new level. Marques didn't just claim Trish and Marsau were being shady. He suggested they had been scheming against him for months, planting seeds of doubt about him in conversations with mutual connections. This wasn't just petty personal drama, this was a concerted effort to damage his reputation. According to Marques, Trish and Marsau didn't like the idea of anyone challenging them or calling them out, and since he had been doing just that, they saw him as a threat. Instead of addressing it directly, they decided to play dirty behind his back. What's really interesting is that Marques didn't just make these accusations without evidence. He hinted that he had receipts, messages and voice notes that could prove exactly what had been going on. Marques didn't reveal everything at once, but he made it clear that there was a trail of evidence, and it seemed like people who had once been on Trish and Marsau's side were already starting to turn against them because they knew the truth was about to come out. That, of course, set social media on fire. Fans of the drama were ready to see what came next. The responses from fans were mixed. Some were fully behind Marques, saying it was about time someone called out Trish and Marsau for their shady ways. They started pulling up old clips and past comments that seemed to line up with what Marques was saying. For some, this wasn't the first time they'd noticed these patterns in Trish and Marsau's behavior. Others, however, felt like Marques was blowing things out of proportion and making himself out to be the victim. Marques was far from done, though. He wasn't just airing his own grievances, he was exposing something far more significant. He hinted at a deeper conspiracy, something that went beyond this particular drama with Trish and Marsau. According to Marques, they had been manipulating people behind the scenes for years to get ahead, and now, with him speaking out, the truth was coming to light. This was no longer just about his personal feud, it was about exposing a pattern of shady behavior that could potentially shake the foundations of the love and marriage Huntsville world. Marques was bringing receipts, and fans were eating it up. And just when you thought the drama couldn't get any crazier, it did. Trish and Marsau eventually responded to Marques' accusations, but their response wasn't exactly what people were expecting. Trish hopped on Instagram Live, trying to brush off the entire situation as desperate attention-seeking behavior on Marques' part. She rolled her eyes at the drama, claiming that Marques was just looking for attention and that his accusations were baseless. Marsau, on the other hand, took the "I don't have time for this" approach, tweeting vague messages about fake stories and people trying to stay relevant. But here's where it gets messy: neither of them actually denied the specific accusations. Instead, they danced around the issue, making it seem like Marques was just bitter over something personal. Fans quickly picked up on this. If Marques was lying, why didn't they deny his claims outright? Why didn't they provide proof that he was wrong? As the drama continued to unfold, more receipts started coming to light. Screenshots of old text messages and voice notes began circulating, showing that Trish and Marsau had indeed been talking about Marques behind his back. People started pointing out the inconsistencies in their stories, and the more the truth came out, the more the public started turning against Trish and Marsau. Then came Trish's biggest mistake. In a follow-up post, she sarcastically told Marques to keep reaching and claimed that she had nothing to hide. Well, that didn't age well. Just hours later, someone came forward with even more receipts that directly contradicted Trish and Marsau's claims. This wasn't just some random internet troll. This was someone who had been close to them for years. The news source backed up everything Marques had said, and suddenly, it wasn't just a feud between friends, it was a full-blown scandal. The news source alleged that Trish and Marsau hadn't just been scheming against Marques personally, they had been working behind the scenes to sabotage his business opportunities. According to this source, Trish and Marsau had been trying to trash Marques' name to important connections in order to cut him out of certain deals. They weren't just playing dirty with him, they were playing dirty with everyone. And now, Marques wasn't just exposing his own drama, he was shining a light on a bigger pattern of manipulation and backroom deals that had been going on for years. Fans were quick to pick up on this new information. They started digging up old interviews, social media posts, and past feuds that seemed to line up with the allegations. The drama wasn't just about one person's hurt feelings anymore. It was about the way Trish and Marsau had been manipulating people and situations to stay on top. And just when it seemed like the dust was settling, the source teased that even more receipts were coming. At this point, it's clear that this drama is far from over. Marques has made it clear that he's not going to let this go, and with the new receipts coming to light, Trish and Marsau are scrambling to do damage control. The big question now is, what happens next? Will Trish and Marsau finally come clean, or will they double down and continue to deny everything? And is Marques holding back even more explosive receipts that could change everything? The drama is still unfolding, and it's not looking like it's going to die down anytime soon. So, what's your take on all of this? Whose side are you on, Marques, Trish, or Marsau? Do you think Marques is right to expose all of this, or is he just adding fuel to the fire? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, because, trust me, this is far from over.